It's Tuesday night. You're standing in front of the fridge with the door open. You already promised yourself you were done with this. And your hand still reaches for the same thing. A few days ago, it felt real. You woke up earlier, ate better, and got work done. Then one late night hits, or one stressful day. And it's like the old version of you takes over. The part most people miss is this. Sliding back isn't proof you can't change. It's proof you have a default, and defaults run best when you're tired. Here's what's actually happening in plain terms. Your days are built out of tiny repeats, not one dramatic decision. Whatever you repeat becomes the easiest option. When stress or low sleep shows up, your system goes looking for easy. It grabs what takes least effort. Later, you judge yourself by the result. Then the judgment cuts the practice short, so the shift is smaller than it sounds. It's not become a new person. It's change what you repeat when it counts, and resume fast when you slip. There's a short ritual that fits into real days, even messy ones. Step 1 is name the loop. You catch the moment before the default and say, "This is my old default showing up." Step 2 is cut the thread. You shrink the new behavior until it fits in under 2 minutes. Not the full version, just the starter version. Enough to change what happens next. Step 3 is reset on repeat. You lock in one daily repeat and one small environment change, not a total life overhaul. Just one track you can stay on. Now let's make this concrete. Meet Jordan. Jordan doesn't have a dramatic problem. Jordan has a familiar one. Good streaks, then the slide. Jordan does solid work for 3 days. Then a late night happens, and the next morning feels heavy. Jordan scrolls, skips breakfast, avoids email, and calls it, "I guess I'm back to normal." That back to normal line is the trap. It turns one slip into an identity. Identity talk ends practice. Practice is the only part that matters here. So here's what keeps pulling you back, even when you care. First, repetition teaches your system what to do. Even if you hate the outcome, the repeat still wins. It's like a playlist that keeps playing the same song. It keeps playing because you keep letting it run. You don't have to love the song for it to stick. You just have to keep hearing it. And stress makes you hit play without thinking. That's why change can feel like it vanished overnight. Second, big goals fail because your day is small repeats. "I'm going to be disciplined" is too large at 7:40 in the morning. What you execute is tiny. Open the laptop or don't. Put shoes on or don't. Start the email or don't. When the goal is huge, the first step feels like a boulder. So the mind searches for relief. Relief is usually the old pattern, and the old pattern is usually one tap away. Third, your environment keeps nudging you, not with words, but with cues. Your phone on the bed, snacks visible, the TV remote in reach. Those are shortcuts. A shortcut doesn't care what you want long term. It cares what's easiest in the moment. If the shortcut stays, your brain keeps taking it. Not because you're weak, but because it's there. Fourth, low sleep makes easy feel like true. When you're run down, starting feels heavier, your body feels slow, and your patience is thinner. So the old move feels reasonable, not just tempting. This is where people say, "This is just how I am." But they're describing a nervous system low on fuel. When your fuel is low, you pick the path worn down in the grass. It's the one your feet know. Now go back to Jordan for a second. Jordan's slide didn't start with a lack of character. It started with sleep. One late night, then a morning that felt like pushing through wet cement. Jordan sat down, opened the laptop, and felt that tight pause before the first email. Then the thumb went to the phone, not as a decision, but as a default. Once that happened, everything after it got easier to avoid. So what usually goes wrong when people try to change? One mistake is trying to change everything at once. New diet, schedule, workout plan, perfect mornings, no screen time. It works for a few days because it's novel. Then it collapses because it asks too much, too fast. When it collapses, People label themselves. They say they can't stick to things. But the real issue was the size of the demand. The plan was built for a better week. Another mistake is waiting to feel motivated. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are inconsistent. So the start keeps getting delayed. And delay quietly becomes the habit. The third mistake is keeping the same triggers and hoping discipline outmuscles them. Phone within reach, snacks visible, notifications on, same chair, same time of night, same cues. Then acting surprised when the same behavior shows up. If you want this to feel doable, it helps to use 3 specific micro tools. Not a whole system. Just 3 short moves you can remember when you're tired. Micro tool 1 is old default. You use it when you notice the pull, right before the scroll, snack, or avoidance. You say, old default. That label separates the urge from your identity. It turns "this is me" into "this is a pattern," and patterns can be interrupted. Micro tool 2 is the 30-second start. After you label old default, you do a starter version for 30 seconds. If it's email, read the first line. If it's exercise, put on shoes and walk to the door. If it's cleaning, clear one surface. After 30 seconds, you're allowed to stop. That's important because the point is not heroics. The point is to break the automatic slide. Micro tool 3 is resume, not restart. This is for the day you miss, the workout, off-plan eating, or wasting the morning. Then your mind builds a story. Great, I ruined it. I'm back at 0. That story freezes you and turns one miss into a week. So you say, resume, not restart, and you do 1 tiny rep immediately. Not tomorrow, not Monday. Immediately 1 email reply, 1 glass of water, 1 2-minute walk. Not because it fixes everything, but because it breaks the shame pause. Now attach the 3-step ritual to real life. Name the loop sounds like, I'm about to do the thing I always do when I'm stressed, or I'm about to avoid the first 2 minutes. Short, plain, no speech. Cut the thread means choosing the smallest version of the new behavior, small enough for a flat day. 2 minutes is the limit. If it takes longer, it's too big for a tired day. Reset on repeat means 1 daily repeat and 1 cue change. Daily repeat is the anchor. Cue change lowers the volume. You change the room, not your personality. Jordan used to say, I need to stop scrolling at night. That's a big demand. So Jordan changed 1 physical detail. The phone charges in the kitchen, not on the nightstand. And Jordan picked 1 daily repeat that was almost too easy. After coffee, 2 minutes on the hardest task, not finishing it, just starting it. Enough to keep the path in the grass from disappearing. The first few days felt awkward because new paths do. Old defaults feel smooth because they've been walked 1,000 times. A new path feels like effort, even when it's right. This is where people quit too early. They expect the new behavior to feel natural fast. But natural usually means familiar, built by reps, not insight. If you want a simple way to run this in the moment, keep it tight. You feel the urge, say old default, do the 30-second start, then decide what happens next. If you miss a day, don't negotiate with the story. Say resume, not restart, and do 1 tiny rep immediately. Then you move on. And if you keep sliding at the same time, look for the cue. Same chair, same hour, same app, same snack spot. Change 1 physical detail and watch the urge drop. This is also where sleep matters in a non-dramatic way. If you're running on 5 hours, the old path gets louder. Starting feels heavier, so you plan smaller on those days, not bigger. On a low sleep day, the win might be just the starter version. 2 minutes, a short walk, a simple meal. Jordan stopped treating the late-night slide like a moral failure. Jordan treated it like a predictable condition. Tired equals smaller moves. Stressed equals more cues removed. After a few weeks, the streaks weren't perfect, but the recovery got fast, and that changed everything practical. because the gap between slip and back on track shrank. That's the real difference between change and stuck. Not intensity, not willpower speeches. Speed of resume. The mind returns to what you repeat most. So make the repeat easy enough to survive real weeks. Name the loop when it shows up. Cut the thread with a tiny start. When you miss, you don't restart your identity. You resume the rep. Most changes fail because they ask for a new personality. This asks for a new default. Defaults are built in small moments. The moments you usually ignore are the ones doing the training. A week from now, the question won't be whether you felt motivated. It'll be whether the repeat stayed small, whether the cues got quieter, whether the resume got faster. You don't slide back into the old pattern all at once. You slide back one repeat at a time, and you change it the same way.